So, a little backstory about this. I had originally sat down for another I received a package video. The only problem is that for some odd reason while I was recording and having unpacked my fucking camera says no. And just starts talking about how reinsert the SD card thingy. And it's in. I haven't touched it, it just suddenly started doing that. So, I've already unpacked the package and... But, I'm just going to do this again because... Holy shit. So, first of all, now that I have, like, there was a letter and everything. Now that I have thoroughly researched this, I can introduce this whole video a little more professional, if you will. Do you know what I love? I love Red vs. Blue. I adore Red vs. Blue. I have all the seasons on DVD. I have all the shorts on all the Rooster Teeth shorts on DVD. And the reason why I bring that up is because I have received a package from a certain, let's just do this again, Luke McKay. Now, I'm an idiot, and I didn't know who Luke McKay was. And Luke McKay has been a super cool dude and sent me a look at this, a fuck ton of comics. And so, like, I look at these, and I look at this super amazing photo that Luke has drawn. Handsome devil, isn't he? By the way, Luke, if you're watching this, could I persuade you to mail me the digital version of this on riser@mail.com, just so I can put this thing on my phone. This is awesome. I like also maybe use it as a profile picture wherever I need. It's just really good, and I love the style. And speaking of which, so I love the style, and I was like, and I didn't say anything while I was first recording this because I was like, oh, this is really cool. Does you remember? Nah, probably nothing. And then like that was it. So I'm just gonna put this down. Okay. So Luke sent me a fuck ton of comics called Balls to That. And I just want to do this. Like you can. This is Balls to That Volume 1, Balls to That Volume 2. This is not Volume 2, is it? This is Volume 2. The problem is that it doesn't say on the front, so you have to look at the back. Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5, and Volume 6. These are, and like I skimmed through these, and the thing that really makes these different is that you can see the sketchings. You can see what Luke did before making the final line art, and that makes them a little more rough, and it also makes them look a lot more personal, which you guys know I love. I love when you can see that this is some dude who hasn't just copied something. But let's get to why I mentioned Red vs. Blue. Because with the thing, and once again, haven't realized anything by now, but there was a letter, and I'm going to read out the letter, and I'm going to stop at a certain point to expand a little. So, hi Riser. I got some Balls to That comics for you here. They should be lots of fun to critique as they have many mistakes and errors of all sorts in them. There are not many folks who do webcomic reviews on YouTube. To my count, you are one of two. You and this other girl in Toronto, Canada. It's one thing to be a faceless critic like most online critics and not make that human connection, but you do. I really respect that. I hope you enjoy the comics. Here's my elevator pitch for them. It's a webcomic about a guy, a girl, and a blender who loves them. It says that. It's a little blue, it's a little crude, but it's blue in color and crudely drawn. It's unfortunately named Balls to Dead. I don't really mind that, I think that's a great name. As that was something I just always said, and then made the first comic about. Then the readers named the comic Balls to Dead. They also named the characters. The comic is very driven by the readers. It's all sketchy because I was just doing these quickly as a side comic while I did Rooster Teeth comics full time. I'm going to stop there. There's not a lot left, but I'm just going to stop there because I was flipping my tits because you know when you got like a puzzle piece here and you got a puzzle piece here and then you start thinking and then suddenly they just combine and you suddenly put the pieces together. And I was like, oh my god, that's where I know the style from. I used to read a fuck ton of this guy's comics. And I didn't even know that this was him. Luke McKay makes the Rooster Teeth comics. And if you don't know what Rooster Teeth is, fucking go online. You can't miss them. So I was bouncing up around on the couch and I was, maybe that was what, like, maybe shaped the thing out, I don't know. And I was going over here, my DVDs collection is over here, and I found like all my Red vs. Blue DVDs and like the Rooster Teeth shows. I was like, oh look at these, I'm a huge fan! And so it was really weird. Like if you've ever seen me have a man crush, well, then you know what it's like. But yeah, I started doing Rooster Teeth comics full time. Those were full color comics. And when I started doing Balls to Dead full time, I started coloring them in. But the readers liked the sketch lines, so I kept them in. Have a great day, Luke McKay. And then it's also signed, so I'm going to have this thing, like I'm going to keep this, obviously. Wow. Wow. Okay, how to do this? Because this is really huge. Obviously, every time I receive something from you guys, it's very huge. And I actually started the first video out with saying that I'm like really awestruck at like when I gave out my address, I was like, I don't expect anything. I just did it because people seem to like that I'm approachable. I don't want to be that guy, that reviewer guy, and that's also what Luke says, that reviewer guy who's just like, I do my review, like my video, and then fuck off. I'm not saying that there's a lot of reviewers and critics out there who does that, and I don't want to shit on anyone. I just seem to know that. Like, I have approached several reviewers that I watched way back when, and I would never get anything. Like, I would never hear from them, I would never get any reply, and they would just kind of be like this entertainer who would go on stage, do the thing, and then step back off. And I kind of wanted to make this thing. Like, people know who I am. People know my full name, they know where I live, all that stuff. I just want to be one of you guys. I just want to be a normal dude who just sits down and makes these videos. And that's most of all because that's who read webcomics. Just dudes, just people, just girls, boys, adults of young, whoever the fuck, they just read these things. And I don't want to be the super professional dude guy who's like unapproachable. So I put out the thing, and I didn't expect anything, and look fucking here. Now I have received 2 packages in less than fucking a month. But the reason why I also wanted to bring this out is because Dreamkeepers, I had spoken a little back and forth with David Lilly. He asked if I wanted to review his thing, and I was like, yeah, and then he sent me the thing. Sunstone. I had gone a little back and forth with Japan. I told the story in the video. And with UberQuest, again, talk a little back and forth with the amazing creators there. And that's it. I haven't talked to Luke at all. I didn't even know that this dude was watching my videos. And so suddenly I was going to visit my grandma today, and I was going outside and I look at my mailbox and we have this like deposit box where you can beep the thing and then you can get your package. And there was a receipt for that. And I was like, okay, I haven't ordered anything, what the fuck is this? And I see that it's coming from fucking Washington. Isn't that right? Yeah, Washington. And so I'm like, okay. And then on my way out to my grandma, I get an email. And I get an email from the amazing creators behind Trinity Crest. Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter have already seen the video. And for those of you who haven't, well, now is a good time as any to follow me on Twitter. But, for fuck's sake. Where was I? Oh yeah. I was getting a video, and the super adorable Sam from Trinity Crest, and obviously also Stacy, I think I seem to remember her name was, have gone through the trouble of making a video just saying thanks for my review, and has actually talked with the guy who voices Torque from Borderlands 2 and gotten him to give me a shout out. And like I wrote Sam and Stacy thanking them so much for the video, and like I said, it's kind of weird what people take away from my videos. Like David and Liz saw that I loved Stiletto. Japan is still trying to push Pink Magic, Fight the Power Man, and I have seen and now these guys are seeing that that I love Torque from Borderlands, and fucking Michael and Jess from UberQuest knew that I've always wanted to try American food. So I'm constantly shocked with what people like notice in my videos and when talking with me, and then they send these really personal packages to me, and I'm so fucking humbled by it. So wow, Luke, I am going to go to bed tonight and I'm going to read the shit out of these, and don't worry, there will be a review coming of these, I assure you. It may not be right away because I like to think that I got a storyline going here that I have to finish first. But then after that everything goes, and these will definitely be one of the comics that I review. Thank you so much, and really thank you also for taking the time to really write out a letter. I love reading stuff like that. On that note, there's only one thing that I want to finish this video off with, and it's a plea to Luke that can I please get the digital version of this? I want to have this on my phone and whatnot. It looks super professional. Don't I look adorable? I look super adorable. No wait, you know what's better than looking adorable? Looking adorablest. I stole that from Super Best Friends. But yeah. Thank you guys, thank you guys, thank you Luke, thank you Sam, thank you Stacy. Wow.